Oh, hello. So, somebody on my YouTube channel was like, hey, why don't you try Tychus? And I'm just like, okay. And it seems like we're not the only one using Tychus. I'm just gonna copy him a bit. So the first upgrade, oh, I forgot, they changed it so it wasn't half the price, but you just get extra minerals. So basically Tychus is weird because instead of other commanders that have a large group of units, he has a bunch of hero units that you can choose. So Crooked Sam, so Tychus himself isn't that good. He's sort of like the, what's the term for it? He's sort of like the jack of all trades. He's sort of good against everything. Like his strength is obviously in crowd control, but he isn't really good against other hero units or armored targets. Crooked Sam is really great against other hero units. He throws this obnoxious charge, which does 1,000 damage to any unit. And the cooldown is typically really short, so it doesn't really matter if like that heroic unit will survive or not. Like if you have Crooked Sam against Kerrigan, she will die. Though Crooked Sam really sucks against individual units. I'm sorry, I'm really tired right now. Anyways, we got James, who is the anti-air commander. He's really good against air units. And he also has a turret, which is also pretty good. So Tychus tends to fall off late game, because this army isn't that great. Oh, and also, you can only make one Tychus, but you can make multiple numbers of other heroes, but generally you don't want to do that because they cost so much. So this guy's going Lieutenant Lana, who's the medic of the group. She's actually much better if she stacks onto another army, because she has like AoE healing. Like one of her abilities is to heal the entire group of units around her for like 200 HP. I forgot. So Blaze is really good against crowds, but he really sucks against singular threats. Cannonball is sort of the opposite. We probably need Blaze for this. So I'm going to move Tychus back. Yeah, I'm not doing very well. Oh, Tychus is your all-rounder. Anyways, so I'm going to go Blaze. Now, as you can see, each commander has a bunch of upgrades. Like, Oil Spill. Though, Hades has a really good upgrade where he limits all the damage done to him to 30. So if you're against another commander that has like high damaging anti-biological units, the highest those units will do is 30. So we got Rattlesnake, who's sort of a support version of Cannonball, since he deploys this little like healing unit on the ground, which makes it so your entire group of units heals, while simultaneously he does really well against singular threats. Vega is really good against groups of air units. Well, she's pretty much the anti-air support because she can put any other air unit onto the ground, making it so like Blaze or other anti-ground only units can attack them. Then we got Nux, who's really good at dealing with crowds, but not really much else. I don't know. I think it would be good if we got Rattlesnake, because most of, I believe it's Phoenix's army is, well, not really armored. Should probably go Nox or something. But yeah, this isn't doing very well because I don't have a healer. I mean, I can use the medic, but Rattlesnake can do his job pretty well by doing some damage while healing. But yeah, that's pretty much a guide to every single Tychus unit. I'm sorry, tired. Somebody wanted me to do a video about Tychus, and he's sort of trash, to be honest. Most other commanders have huge armies that negate Tychus's problem of getting overwhelmed by a bunch of smaller or weaker units, or a bunch of really strong units. Yeah, but as you can see, Elena is doing some good healing support on our units. I'm not using her because I need something that deals damage while healing, which isn't really doing very well. Another problem we run into as Tychus is that you tend to fall short in terms of money. I'm not entirely sure how to play Tychus since I'm used to other commanders like this where you build groups of units, and I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna be like, oh, this isn't how you play Tychus, you're doing it wrong, Shane. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Tychus tends to do better late game if you have cannonballs, since he does like 75 damage, and his single target attacks tend to stack really well. As we can see, Rattlesnake is doing some damage while he's healing, which is always great. Dealt with that pretty well. Probably gonna get some upgrades. So most commanders get like 3 upgrades. They get like weapons 1 and armor 2. Tychus can get 5 upgrades. So yeah. So now we're Resident Phoenix player, and yes, there's only 2 of them since one guy left, is using Immortals, which do a lot of damage to armored. I'm not sure. Oh, he's armored. That's not good. We might need this upgrade sooner than later. But basically, Tychus's whole shtick is that his hero units complement each other. Like, Tychus uses AoE while Blaze uses the power Voil spell and AoE to just deal terrifying damage to enemies. I think we need more of an AoE commander for this. See, he's getting Rattlesnake as well. Just going to get some upgrades. As you can see, Tychus doesn't really have upgrades in here. He just sort of has them out here. I think it would be cool if they had like an upgrade button, and then you can like select the commander you have out, and then it allows you to upgrade it there. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, Tychus is really weird because you're typically only going to have like 1 or 2 units out at once. Not doing so good since he actually has a really good army and we don't. Yeah, but Tychus just sort of falls off at some point. We probably need better upgrades. We need more heroic units. Thinking about, think we need an AoE commander instead of one that does better damage to crowds. I'm unsure. I don't really know how to play Tychus, so yeah, but this is just getting curbed because of Phoenix. You know, I think we need an AoE commander. So next is a Spectre, which you would think that Blizzard pretty much forgot about, since Tosh is like sort of not dead or something, I forget. But next is your sort of resident crowd control unit. He also buffs the other outlaws by decreasing their charge up times and cooldown, so we got lagged. Which is pretty useful. I'm not sure if it stacks or not, where you can just have like 4 Nuxes and just sort of have like free cooldowns, so your commanders just sort of spam things out. But I'm pretty sure that's impossible to do, since commander takes like 650 credits. You need tier 3 in order to do it. So I don't know. Also, Nux acts as a detector. Basically, these are like the heavy hitters. Or these are the crowd. I'm unsure. I think they ordered it slightly wrong. So yeah, the Phoenix players just going max Immortals. Maybe Vega would have been a bit better, I'm unsure. But yeah, you can see her just put all of these air units on the ground, and she's pretty strong against anti-air, but if you're going against like mass carriers or something, you should just spam James. So we're just going to delete Phoenix. Problem is, these Immortals are really good against single targets. Good thing Rattlesnake does like 88 damage. I might get Cannonball, maybe. But Tychus is really weak against air units, because most of his army is anti-ground. So we're about to get tier 3. So basically all of the commanders sort of just complement each other. Like, you notice that like Tychus has like a 20% increase in weapon damage for everyone who's around him. For Nux, he has cooldowns. And Rattlesnake just sort of has an AoE slow. So I'm gonna get some outlaw upgrades. This isn't going too bad. Okay, now it's not doing so well. So he's just gonna charge Phoenix in there. Yeah, but Phoenix is just going all Immortals. Because the only thing that's really stopping me from doing that is either going Cannonball, whereas damage just stacks at an item, or just spamming Rattlesnake. Yeah, but as you can see, Lena's a bit better in groups of units than within her own, like, Tychus group. Because she sort of just keeps this alive longer. Yeah, but Tychus gets like 5 upgrade. Also, we can change the glaze of Tychus. Kinda like Jade. I think that's pretty cool. Kinda wish you could change the glaze of like the other commanders, but whatever. I mean, maybe if like people who paid $5 for this game could have that for like heroic units or something. Yeah, but we're not doing very well. Let's see. Also, the health upgrades increases their life by 10%. And some of these commanders have like over 1,000 HP, which makes them extremely tanky. But you need numbers badly. We're gonna sort of push a bit. Since right now we're doing a lot better than how we were a couple minutes ago. I'm sort of watching my time since I have to do something soon. I need to bring my sister to a location so she can do something. So yeah. Sometimes you have to do stuff, that's life, right? Anyways. This guy's pretty much carrying us, since if we had like a third Tychus, we wouldn't be doing very well, because Tychus isn't that good. Or at least, I have no clue how to use them. So I'm gonna get Cannonball. I feel like I need Cannonball more than any other commander right now. Because I need all of the immortals to not focus on Blaze. Cannonball's kinda weird. He's like the tank. He's a single target tank who does increased damage. This is looking really horrible for us right now. Might even lose this game. This guy should be like spamming out some like Vikings or maybe BCs or something. His army is really balanced because most of the time you can get away with like having mass Viking and then just winning. So this upgrade is so expensive because it revives Cannonball. So you're pretty much getting 2 times the unit without having to pay 50 more minerals for it. And this unit does so much damage since he does like 30% more damage. It just, his damage just sort of stacks up eventually. I think I'm just going to get upgrades after this. Cannonball is going to be really useful for this, since all of the immortals are going to focus on him while his damage just keeps on getting higher and higher. You see he does 6, 9. His damage just sort of keeps on increasing, and he doesn't die. So all of the immortals are just gonna focus him down again, while Rattlesnake and all the other commanders just focus him down. And he eventually does over 100 damage. He's really good at killing planetary fortresses and or other objectives, of course. Wow. Yeah, this Tychus, this Phoenix player though is just like, well, I'm just gonna use all of these immortals to counter you. Which makes him weaker against the Han player because he's just putting out a bunch of like small infantry units and anti-air units. But yeah, as you can see, there's a level 4 upgrade, and then there's gonna be a level 5 upgrade. Yeah, but all of the units are focusing down Cannonball. He's just gonna keep doing more and more damage, while he allows everything else to do damage shit. And I might just spam Cannonball, since there's nothing can really stop him. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, we got level 5 upgrades, which are pink. Because the natural progression is like green, blue, red, and then pink. I don't know. Not sure which commander to use next. I'm just gonna max out everything. So Cannonball just has absurd damage and HP starting off. But yeah, can sometimes get over like 100 damage easily, which makes him really good against objectives, since he can just hook over there and be like, okay, you're dead now. Maybe I should go Neria, or Lana, I mean. I'm unsure. This is where they're gonna start stacking up a bit. AoE heals would be nice, but I need to save up for this, and I'm just gonna max out my armor and weapons first. You can see he starts getting 1750 HP. Gets so much. And then he can just revive. He even gets full HP as well, and he becomes invulnerable. Tends to die really quickly though, since he tends to go in the middle of the fray, then he just sort of dies. Because he doesn't have any, like, damage dampener. Just sort of has stuns. So we're at max. Upgrades, we should be good to go. Just need to be sure to get these upgrades. I'm unsure which commander to use next. Like maybe James for some anti-air coverage, just in case Phoenix goes carriers or something. Gonna have to think about it. But yeah, as you can see, there's like a little immortal shield effect for those who played Wings of Liberty, where he just takes damage, but it's limited to a certain number. Yeah, as you can see, Cannonball has a tendency of going all the way in the back. I'm thinking about just getting a bunch of cannonballs and then rushing the objective. Okay, we need to get this. And then we just... I don't know. We could go Cannonball so that all of our other units have less focus on them. I think James is probably the best choice, so since I have to deal with anti-air. But yeah, he has turrets which deal a lot of damage to air units. He also does a decent amount of damage. He also has fear as well, which can be useful. Wow. Okay, we're winning. Oh, cannon. Yeah, but if Cannonball reaches the objective, it's game over since he does so much damage to objectives. It's scary. Probably should have just went with Cannonball. Yeah, but you can't refund your units as Tychus, and you're not really given a lot of flexibility as him. But yeah, James is better against air units. Since he's one of the few commanders that does decent damage to air units while having a turret. Forgot how much damage this does, but I'm pretty sure it's good against air units. Thinking about either going Cannonball. Like, I'm not sure if I need better healing or something else. Alrighty. I think Cannonball would be better, so we can just deal with all of this stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Cannonball so I can just spam these upgrades up. So I have 2 focus fire heroes while the rest of my army has... Oh, we're doing some good damage. Just need Cannonball to get over there one more time and this game is over. Sadly, Phoenix is starting to incorporate carriers into his army, which are pretty good against his heroes, since most of these guys don't have anti-air, except for like Tychus, Nox, and James. We're starting to get close. Yeah, I'm just gonna select Cannonball. Oh, never mind, it's over. But yeah, that's Tychus in a nutshell. This guy probably carried us. Well, this guy. But yeah, that was a pretty nice game. So, GG. Even though that one guy left.